Hi everybody, and welcome to Managerial Accounting. I'm Professor Quinn, and this orientation video, this part one of our orientation video, is going to cover how we're going to be using Blackboard throughout the semester. Part two is going to show you how we're going to be using Cengage Now. So when you first log in, you'll actually be on the announcements page, and that will direct you to go to the Read Me First section to get started. For the announcements page, I'll also post there reminders of when quizzes and tests are due. And every week, I actually send out an email with reminders of what's due that week. Those reminders do get emailed directly to you to your NECC email address. So please make sure you are checking your school email throughout the semester. So in the Read Me First section, you will see an overview of some of the different areas of Blackboard that we'll be utilizing. So for Blackboard, we're really going to be using it as an administrative site throughout the semester. It will, again, have reminders for test and quiz dates. It's going to reflect all of your actual grades for the semester. It's also going to have your syllabus and some very important schedules and some study tools as well. So one of those great study tools is what I call Professor Quinn example videos, and you can find that right here on the left-hand side. And in this link, you will find videos where I'm going to walk you through different examples that are either in your textbook or very similar to the ones that are in your textbook. It can be extremely useful if you're getting stuck on your homework assignment. And I've included in there which topics are being covered with each example video. So even if you're not working on that certain exercise or problem that I'm going to go through, the topic that you're struggling with might be covered in the video and therefore could be very beneficial for you to watch. So don't forget to kind of check back in Blackboard and watch those videos. Again, it's me actually walking you through how to solve certain exercises and problems in your textbook. Under the discussion link, which is right over here again on the left-hand side, there are going to be two discussion posts that are going to be available to you all semester. The first one is Have a Question. So I know a lot of you work full-time, you have families, and sometimes you don't have a chance to sit down to start your homework until very late at night. And you might be really confused about something. You might have watched those Cengage Now videos or the Professor Quinn example videos, and you're still just a little stuck on something. And you're afraid that emailing me at 11 o'clock at night, you're not going to get a response. So why not ask a classmate? So post your question there, and hopefully a classmate that might be working on that same assignment right then could actually offer you some help. Always please send me an email as well, just in case someone can't answer your question, because I want to make sure that you get the help that you need on any question that you have. But it's just another avenue for you. There is also the second one called Piece of Advice. And this is where you can, throughout the semester, just post your best piece of advice to share with your classmates. So maybe you're using a certain study tool that you found very helpful. Maybe you like the practice sets or the Professor Quinn example videos, something that you have found to work very well for you and doing well in the class that you can then share that with your classmates. For emails, please make sure you're emailing me using your NECC email address. I have disabled the Blackboard mail feature here in Blackboard because the emails don't get to me as quickly, and I always like to respond to my students as soon as possible. So please make sure you're using my email address that's stated in the syllabus. For your grades, all of your actual grades this semester are going to be located under the My Grades tab here in Blackboard. On Blackboard and on Cengage Now at times, we'll post an overall grade or tell you how many points you have out of the total. This is not your grade in the course. Your grade is calculated by the percentages that are shown in the syllabus. There are actually examples of how to calculate your grade in the syllabus. If you have questions, you can always get in touch with me. So you have 5 important tasks that you need to do to get started in the course. The first is going to be reading through that syllabus, which is right below. You're going to sign and date a syllabus agreement form and submit it to me. That is actually your first graded homework assignment in the course. You're also going to want to read and print out the calendar, the homework schedule, and the quiz and test schedule, which is also below, because it has all the due dates and times for every assignment, quiz, and exam this semester, and it will really help you to stay on track. You're then going to introduce yourself to the class using the discussion link below, and finally, you're going to get yourself registered into Cengage Now using the directions that are here in Blackboard. So, first thing that we'll do here is that we're going to go through some of the main points of the syllabus. My contact information is here at the top. I do have face-to-face office hours on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I also have an online office hour on Mondays. If you would like to meet with me and those times don't work for you, please make sure to get in touch with me. And if I can meet with you at another time, I am more than happy to do that. The textbook that we're going to be using is the Cornerstones of Managerial Accounting textbook. It's the 6th edition, and it will need to have the Cengage Now access code. The prerequisite of this course is that you have passed Accounting 102 with a minimum of a C or better. If you have not achieved that prerequisite, please make sure to go to the Advising Center and withdraw from this class and re-register for an Accounting 102. This way, you'll be able to get in during the add drop period into another class. If you haven't met that requirement and don't withdraw from the class, I receive a list of students who have not met those prerequisites after the add drop period, and then I withdraw you from the class, and then it's too late for you to actually get into another course, and that can affect financial aid issues and things like that. So please make sure to withdraw if you don't meet that minimum requirement. As I stated before, please make sure to email me using your NECC email address. I have had students in the past that have emailed me using their personal email addresses, and they go into my spam folder, and I never see them, and I like to get back to my students as soon as possible. I also read and respond to student emails Mondays through Fridays from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. In terms of grading, all of the homework and the quizzes that you'll be doing on Cengage Now in total count for 15% of your grade. You will have 5 tests this semester. The first one comes up pretty quickly, and that counts for 85% of your grade. Test number 1, which is just on chapter 2, which is getting a little bit of the terminology we're going to be using all semester, is going to count for 10% of your grade. The remaining 4 tests, test numbers 2 through 5, the lowest of those 4 will count as another 10% of your grade. The highest will count as 25%, and the remaining 2 tests will count for 20% each. Late homework is not accepted, so please make sure you're paying close attention to those due dates and times. Each homework assignment is a prerequisite for the next homework assignment. So if you happen to miss a homework assignment, you still have to complete that missed homework assignment before the next homework assignment will open up to you. And when I say complete the assignment, I do mean you have to complete it. If you enter in random numbers, you just open it up and hit submit. The system indicates that it's not a completed assignment, and it will give you a 0 and lock you out of any future assignments, and then you'll have to contact me to get that assignment unlocked. So please make sure if you've missed the assignment to actually do the work. It's very important, especially in an online class, that you do make up any of those missed homework assignments, because there is no face-to-face instruction. So if you've missed that homework assignment, you're missing all the practice of a certain learning objective that will be on your exam. And you don't want to kind of get to the exam and realize you don't understand how to do any of this. So really make sure that you're spending the time to complete any of those missed homework assignments. I do realize, however, that things can get very busy during a semester, and there's a possibility that you're going to miss a homework assignment. So each one of you is allowed one extension on one homework assignment. That doesn't go for quizzes or tests, just homework assignments. In order to get the extension, all you have to do is email me, request the extension, and just let me know what assignment you want the extension on, and I will do that for you. In terms of makeup tests, generally I do not give makeup exams, just out of fairness of all the other students who are prepared to take the test on its scheduled date. However, if there's a situation that is preventing you from taking the exam on the due date, I will consider a makeup exam for you. It is in your best interest to let me know as soon as possible if there is an issue that's preventing you from taking the test. Please do not wait days or weeks to get in touch with me for the makeup exam, because it will be then too late. The scheduled test dates are here as follows. It's also posted on the other very detailed test schedule and on the printable calendar as well. Your homework assignments do count for 15% of your grade. In Cengage Now, when you submit your homework assignment, it will give you a grade based on what you've done right and wrong. Once everyone has submitted their homework assignment, I actually go back in and review everyone's homework assignment. And I grade it based on two things. First, that every homework question is answered fully, and there's a true effort put into solving each problem. So if you go in and you spend 2 hours, let's say, working on a certain homework assignment, you hit submit, and Cengage Now tells you got a 40, that should be a gut check to yourself that you're struggling with the material, that you need to do some extra practice, you need to get in touch with me or one of the tutors at the college for some extra help. But that doesn't necessarily mean that's what your grade is in the class. If you have answered every part of every question, you do get 100% for that homework assignment. So this 15% of your grade is pretty much in your hands if it's going to be an A or an F. And it can help you or it can hurt you. And I've given you a few different situations where it shows you how your homework and quiz grade can either help you or hurt you. So in this first one, you did okay on your tests. Your test average is an 80, which is a B minus, but you barely did any of your homework assignments, so your homework grade is a 30. That takes away 6 average points and drops you to a C+. In a similar situation, same test grades, but you did all of your homework assignment, and it adds almost 5 points to your final grade, boosting you from a B minus to a B. And finally, in this last situation that I give, your test grades aren't as good. Your test average is a 71, which is a C minus, which doesn't usually transfer to most four-year schools, but you put in the effort all semester and your homework grade's 100. That bumps you almost 6 average points to a C+, which does transfer to most four-year schools. I do not offer any extra credit assignments in this course because I allocate such a large portion of your grade to homework. And again, that is completely up to you if that grade is going to be an A or an F. Each chapter in this course does build on the previous material that was learned. So if you are having trouble, please make sure you come meet with me or go see a tutor, watch some of my videos that are on Blackboard under the Professor Quinn example video link, or use some of the many resources that are available to you on Cengage Now. Please do not wait to get that extra help. Also here, you're going to find a printable calendar. Again, just to help you stay on track. Every homework assignment that you have this semester, and you'll notice that you typically have 2 a week on Tuesdays and Thursdays. They're all listed in here to make it easy for you to visually see when things are going to be due. I also give you a very detailed Cengage Now homework schedule, and I do give you some of those reminders at the top here. Again, that every homework assignment is a prerequisite. I'll talk a little bit more about in part 2 of this orientation video about the video assignments, but you do actually have to fully watch the video assignments. You can't fast forward through them because, again, the system will indicate that as not a completed assignment. I do give you 2 chances to do your homework assignments in Cengage Now. You do not have to do the assignment twice. You can if you would like to. It's a great way for you to practice the material if you're having some difficulty. But if you choose to take the homework assignment for the second time, you do have to answer all the questions in that homework assignment. Also, you do have the ability to save your homework and come back to it and work on it later. But please make sure if you've saved your homework assignment that you go in and hit the submit button by the due date and time in order to get credit for the assignment. If you've only saved your work and haven't submitted it, I can't see what you've done, and therefore you can't get credit for the assignment. So please make sure you do that. So here I show you the assignment name, the assignment date that it's available to you, and when it is due. The first 3 are very short videos that kind of just give you a little bit of an overview of the new Cengage Now system, some success strategies from former students, and kind of what is managerial accounting. So those are available to you starting on January 17th and are due on Friday, January 22nd. Every other homework assignment is available to you starting on the first day of the semester, which is January 20th. So you do have the ability to get ahead in the course, but again, because they're technically available to you, you do still have to do them in the order given here. You'll notice that some of them have lecture assignments and homework assignments that are due on the same day. That I will get into more in part 2 as well of what those lecture assignments are. So you also have a detailed quiz and homework schedule that tells you all of the available dates and due dates for every test and quiz that you have this semester. For your quizzes, you're allowed to take the quizzes twice, and the highest score I will use towards your final grade. So after you take your first attempt, you'll be able to see your score and which questions you got incorrect. This is a great opportunity for you to go back through your notes, your homework assignments, your textbook, and figure out what that correct answer should have been. And then you can take the quiz again. You will not be getting the same exact questions as your first attempt, but they will be similar. And now you'll be better prepared to answer the questions that you previously had incorrect. Once you do start a quiz attempt or you start your exam, you do have to finish it, and you do have a limited amount of time for quizzes and exams. So once you've read through all of that, you will go down here and you will open this Word document and follow the directions here to sign the syllabus agreement form. And then you'll click on the syllabus agreement form link right here in blue and upload that to me. And finally, you'll go to introducing yourself to the class by filling in the statement I am with 10 different descriptors about yourself. Once you've done that, the final step in here is to go to the Cengage Now link here on the left-hand side and get yourself registered into Cengage Now by clicking on this link. If you have a Cengage Now account from Accounting 101 and 102, you will log in using that same username and password. You'll then have three options. If you have bought the textbook at the bookstore, it was packaged with the Cengage Now access code. You will simply enter that access code then. You will also have the option to purchase a Cengage Now access code. With the Cengage Now access code, it gives you full access to Cengage Now, which is where you'll be doing your homework assignments, quizzes, and tests, and it will give you the full ebook. Or you can start a free 21-day trial of Cengage Now. So if you're not sure if you're going to like the ebook and you want to try it out first, or you're waiting for a book voucher or your next paycheck, you can still have full access to the class and all the material you'll need for 21 days.